What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Max Freedom. Today's video is going to be pretty much the first video in a long series where I'm just going to be kind of documenting my journey of learning in the ATG for Coaches program and sharing all the experiences that I go through. So if you don't know what ATG for Coaches is, ATG, Athletic Truth Group, is Knees Over Toes Guy's brand. So Knees Over Toes Guy is Ben Patrick. If you don't know who he is, go on YouTube, go on Instagram, check out his stuff. He has this brand called ATG. And ATG for Coaches is the brand, the new company that he's running with a man named Keegan Smith, where they're teaching new coaches and coaches with tons of experience all the methodology and the philosophy behind Knees Over Toes Guy's programs and his philosophies for fitness and for health and movement and everything that he preaches. So it's a really awesome program. As soon as I found out about it, I got straight involved, and it's been a really awesome experience. And this week is actually the ATG Summit. So Keegan Smith, who is Knees Over Toes Guy's mentor, he runs this program. He used to own a business called Real Movement, and they used to have these huge live events where coaches from all across the world would come and meet each other and work out together, share meals together, and have these really awesome experiences. But COVID isn't allowing that for us this year. So we're doing this kind of online event where all these coaches can come together through Zoom, and basically different coaches are giving presentations and they're sharing all of their wisdom. They're passing their wisdom down to all the other coaches, that all these students basically that are learning to be coaches that are coaches. It's a really, really cool thing. I've learned so much from this past week already. It really has been an eye-opening experience. Meeting these people, getting to ask people questions, connecting with coaches online on Instagram. I didn't want to really miss any of these events, any of these talks, so I decided I was going to show up to every single one. And the problem is that these people are all across the world, so to make it fair for everyone, some of these presentations are at, for me, like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning even, and then some of them are in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And so I was like, how am I going to be able to get to all of these presentations? And so what I did was I remembered this sleeping pattern that Tim Ferriss mentioned in his book, The 4-Hour Body, I think it was called. He has another book called The 4-Hour Workweek, but in The 4-Hour Body, I just scanned the book. I didn't read the whole thing, but I remember seeing this thing called biphasic sleeping. And basically, this is like those countries like in Spain when they do the siesta in the middle of the day. They sleep like 6 hours at night or 6.5 hours, and then they sleep another half hour or hour in the middle of the day. There are tons of different patterns just like this, where some people sleep 3 shifts throughout the whole day. Some people sleep 4, 5 shifts. The one that I'm experimenting with is biphasic, which means there's 2 phases. It's very simple. There's a core 1 and a core 2. So the first core sleep is from 10 to 1:30. I've kind of been messing around with like 9:30 to 1 because some of the presentations are at 1. So there's a 3.5 hour shift, and then I stay up for all the presentations, and then at like 3:30 I go back to bed and get up at like 8 o'clock. So I'm still getting 3.5 plus 4 or 4.5 hours, getting the sleep that I need. It's just a little spaced out, and it only took a couple days to get used to. It's been kind of crazy because I really preach to people like that consistently healthy sleep is important, and that like getting on a really good sleep schedule is super fun, like a foundational habit for your health. But I'm kind of breaking that habit in a way because I'm breaking away from my standard 9 to 5 which is what I had been doing, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Because really, if you do get on that schedule, if you haven't experienced it, it's definitely something to look into, because it's pretty bizarre that your body kind of knows when to get up. You'll wake up at 4:59. Your body will just rise because it gets so in tune. And some other cool things about getting on that schedule is that your body will actually like create the enzymes that it needs to digest the food you eat. If you're eating the same kind of foods at the same time of the day, and you get on this rhythm, your body creates the enzymes, and so you actually digest your food better. Pretty bizarre. Adding in other habits like, doing something as soon as you get up. Like, I like to go outside, get sun in my face, maybe do some meditation, breath work, and having a closing routine at the end of the day. These kind of things can help get you kind of balanced in this system where your body doesn't have to think so much and can just know what's happening. And at the same time, I'm not experiencing that right now because I value this community of coaches so much that I'm willing to do this to myself, to experiment with my sleep so that I can experience the live event fully. Now, I am really someone who loves experiments. I've been doing these kind of self-development experiments for a long time, maybe 2 or 3 years. Little 30-day challenges, whether it's going for no cheat meals, or one I did earlier this year was sleeping on the floor with no bed. Tons of things. I really want to start sharing my craziness with you guys, so I figured I would let you in on that my little ritual that I'm trying out these days. I don't really know what I will do with these types of videos, because I really do want to add value to you guys, and I want you to get something out of these videos. I don't want it to be all about me, but at the same time, I want to talk about my experience, and hopefully me sharing my experiments and my experience with my experiments will help others kind of develop this self-awareness and this personal development, help others kind of see what I'm doing and maybe try it out for themselves and try out their versions of it and learn to value their health. That's really one of the key things, valuing your health. Learning the different techniques that have been passed down for ancient generations. You may notice that these videos are kind of sporadic because really what I want to do is I want to share my thoughts. I want to share how I thought about on a daily basis. What were the things I was excited about? What are the things that are going on in my life? If that doesn't interest you, you don't have to join in on these calls. Feel free to just, swipe past when you see my video pop up. If you do enjoy these calls, let me know in the comments. Not these calls. If you do enjoy these videos, let me know in the comments what else you would like me to talk about. What kind of things are you interested in? And just let me know if any of these kind of ideas spark something in your mind, and we can get a conversation going. We can kind of create a community out here. Thank you for listening to me, and I promise you in the future these videos will get more organized, more to the point. For now, we're just starting the process. We're getting it going, because that's really all it takes. It just takes taking the first step, throwing yourself into the experience, and eventually you'll realize that it's not as hard as you think. Your brain will catch up. You'll find a way. So, once again, thanks for listening, and remember to value your health.